Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 2 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2559, count vowel strings in ranges. So let's read the problem statement first. You are given a 0 indexed array of strings words, okay, and a 2D array of integers queries. Each query, queries of I, L to R, asks us to find the number of strings present in the range L to R, both inclusive of words that start and end with the vowel. Okay, we have to return an array answer of size queries.length, where answer of I is the answer to the ith query. Okay. Note that the vowel letters are A, E, I, O and U. Okay. So now let's understand this with this example. So these are the words given to us, right? So this word ABA, right? So it starts with one vowel and it's end with the one vowel. Okay. So here let's solve this problem using prefix sum approach. Okay. So both are ending and starting. Okay. This word is ending and starting with the vowel. So here initially my sum count is 0. So here I am making my sum count as 1. Okay, done. Now after that I move to this word. Okay, this word is ending with the consonant and starting with the consonant as well. Okay, so this is not a valid word. Okay, so what we are searching, we are searching for the words which are starting and ending with the vowel, right? This is what we are searching. So here in my sum I'm not going to make any increment. Okay, so here sum will remain 1 only, right? Then I move to this word. So this word is starting with the one vowel and ending with the one vowel, right? So here I'm going to update my sum as 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, then I move to this word. So this word starts and end with the vowel, right? So here I'm just going to increment the sum to 3. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. Then I move to this word. Okay, so here this word starts and ends with the vowel only, right? So here also I'm going to update the count as or sum as 4. Okay, so this is what we need to do, right? So here I'm just going to increment the sum as soon as I found a word which starts and ends with the vowel. Okay, so now here, okay, once this is done, so now after that let's take this. Okay, so this ABA is at index 0. Okay, at index 0 we have value 1, at index 1 we have value 1, at index 2 we have value 2, at index 3 we have value 3, at index 4 we have value 4. Okay, now once this is done, okay, then I will just iterate over the queries. So see this query 0 to 2. Okay, so ending at 2. Okay, so ending at 2. Okay, ending at 2 and starting at 0. Okay, so starting at 0. Okay, so that simply means that this range. Okay, this range. So here you will have to find the sum. Okay, so number of strings in this range which are ending and starting with the vowel. Okay, so what you need to do here, just subtract the value at this 2, which is nothing but 2, minus the value which is at which is before this one, okay, so before this there is no index, right? So here I'm just going to write 0. So 2 minus 0 is 2. Okay, so 2 is going to be the output. Okay, so now after it we have to find the this range. Okay, 1 to 4. Okay, so here 1 to 4 I can mark this. Okay, 1 to 4 in this range, but are the number of strings which are ending and starting with a vowel, right, in this range, or this white color. Okay, 1 to 4. So what is the value at 4? Value at 4 is 4. Write 4 here, minus the value at this one minus 0. Okay, before that what was value? Okay, so because from here we are searching now, so before this what was the sum? So before this sum was just 1. Okay, previous index, at previous index what was sum? 1. So 4 minus 1, okay, is equal to 3. So 3 is my output here, see. Okay, now after that we need to find this range 1 to 1. Okay, so that simply means this. Okay, so what is value at 1? At value at 1 is 1, and value at 1 minus 0. Okay, so before this what was value? So 1. So 1 minus 1, output is 0. Okay, so now let's move to the coding part. Okay, so what we are going to do, these are the vowels. Okay, so I'm going to create one set okay. And in that set I'm just going to add all these vowels, right, so that it will become easy for me to search whether my this word starts with a vowel or ends with a vowel. Okay, simple one operation. I will just find that if my set contains this character or if my set contains this character, then just increment the sum. Okay, so now let's write the code. So first of all, find out the length of these queries. Okay, so this is n. Okay, let's create one variable n, and here write queries dot length. Okay, and now once this is done, then create one hash set. Okay, so in this I'm just going to pass the characters that I have. Okay, for number of vowels that I have, right? So here new hash set. All right, and now in my set I have to add all the vowels. So in my question constants, it is given that uh, this is going to contain only lowercase English letters, right? Our words is going to contain only lowercase English letters, so we have to just add the vowels like this. Set dot add, okay, all small characters e. Okay, then I. Okay, set dot add I, then add o, and then in the end just add u. Okay, so these are nothing but my vowels. Okay, so I have added all the vowels in my set. Okay, once this is done, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a map, and in the map I'm just going to store this index as my key and these sums as my values. Okay, so create one map, integer, integer. Okay, and here let's name it as map new hash map. Okay, once this is done, then create one variable int sum is equal to 0 and int k is equal to 0. Okay, so this is nothing but my first key, 0, right? Then just iterate over all the words one by one. So I'm just going to use for each loop, for string. Okay, first string, let's name it as word. Okay, words in my words. Okay, this is how I'm going to iterate. Now here simple if condition. Okay, so if my set dot contains, okay, word, okay, pick first word, and here character at index 0. Okay, this is one thing. All right, here this is done, and my set dot contains, okay, for this particular word, okay, dot char at last position. Okay, so here I can just write word dot length, right, particular word length, and from this length subtract 1. Okay, so last index of that particular word. So if this is the case, then only we have to increment the sum value, right? Initially sum value is 0. Okay, only then we have to increment the sum. Okay, and then side by side in the map I'm just going to put my key is going to be k. Okay, and my value is going to be sum. Okay, and once this is done, then I have to increment the k plus plus. Okay, because after that I am moving to the next word. Okay, and for next word my index, my key is going to be 1. Okay, 0 plus 1 1. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Okay, so once this is done, okay, so now simple, in the end we have to just return our result, right? So int result. Okay, and it is going to have same size as the length of queries. Okay, so n I'm writing here, and now just iterate over all the queries that I have. Int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and inside this let's just first select first query, okay, from my queries. So int query, and here queries at I index. Okay, so I pick first query, and now I have to just update my result of I. So result of I is going to be map dot get. Okay, so how we are doing that? So here 1 4, so value at 4. Okay, so map dot get 4 minus map dot get, here I'm writing 0. Okay, so here since in this case it is going to become some negative value. Okay, so I will just check one condition here. Okay, so here map dot get query, okay, at 1. Okay, so these are the queries we have. So this is nothing but first query. Okay, okay, and in this query this is nothing but 0 index and this is nothing but 1 index, right? So query of 1, all right, this is done, minus, okay, and here I will just check one condition, okay. So if query at 0, okay, query at 0, okay, so in this value, if I subtract 1, okay, so in this value if I subtract 1 and my result, if it is greater than or equal to 0, then we are good, okay, then we are good. Then I will just write this, okay. Otherwise, okay, if this is not the case, then in that case, okay, then I will just subtract 1 from it, right? If this is the case, otherwise I will just write 0, okay, subtract 0 from it, okay. And here, uh, okay, so here if this is the case, then use this, okay, or this, all right, that's it. Now in the end, just return result, that's it, return result, okay. So that's it, so easy, right? So now let's run the code and see if there any code issue. We'll try to fix that. So the test case has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So here for this problem, the time complexity is going to be of n, okay. So you can say of n plus q, or you can generally say of n only, okay, n plus q if both are same, so 2n, or you can say n only, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.